Hey, what's going on, brother Paris here, man? Hope y'all having a blessed day. All right, we're still in the book of Proverbs, breaking down the book of Proverbs for y'all. Today we're in chapter 19. All right, we got 12. After this, we got 12 more days of Proverbs verses to break down, man. But I hope that you've been getting a lot of wisdom and understanding, and what we've been breaking down has really been helpful, and you've been able to apply it to your life. So we're gonna get right into it. All right. Proverbs 19 says, Proverbs 19:1 says, "Better a poor person who lives with integrity than someone who has deceitful lips is a fool." All right. So basically, it's better to be poor than to be out here trying to hustle people and get over on people. It's better to be poor and have integrity and do things the right way than someone who gets money and got more money than you but gets in the wrong way. It says, verse 2 says, "Even zeal is not good without knowledge, and the one who acts hastily sins." All right. So, like, what is zeal? All right. Zeal is like an appetite or desire. You know what I'm saying? It's called, in Hebrew, it's called the nefesh. All right. It's something that's deeply rooted in you, and it's okay to have an appetite for something or desire something, but you have to have an understanding of that appetite. And if you're constantly just acting on it's your emotion, you gotta be able to control those deep emotions. You can't always act hastily on it. A lot of people talk about like getting angry and then acting, being quick to get angry, but also it's quick to open up your heart, quick to trust people, quick to accept something that somebody says. You know what I mean? Or quick to do the opposite, quick to think someone's lying, or quick to push someone aside, or quick to to not believe someone even when they're telling the truth. So we got to be able to control that and not act hastily. All right, we want to always be in self-control. It says, "A person's own foolishness leads him astray, yet his heart rages against the Lord." All right, man. There's so many people in life that their life is messed up because of their own foolishness, but then they be mad at God, like it's God's fault that they chose to do the wrong thing. And I think I feel that's what that's what God's saying in verse number 3. Is that it's not God's fault. Fools. Foolishness means to undermine your way. So as a fool, the only person you really hurt is yourself. So you can't be mad at God because of what you did to yourself. It says verse 4 says, "Wealth attracts many friends, but a poor person is separated from his friends." All right, man. That just goes to show you, man. We live in a world where if you got money, people want to be cool with you, and if you don't, people don't want to have you around. But it's crazy because that shows that even though people that have money, people may want to be around that person, but they just use him anyway. So it's almost better not to have a lot, so you don't have people trying to use you. See what I'm saying? Verse 5, it says, "False witness will not go unpunished, and one who utters lies will not escape." All right. So basically, man, you can always, when people lie on you and throw your name through the mud and falsely accuse you, the Bible is clear that a false witness will not go unpunished. God's going to take care of it. So every time someone lies on you or tries to, make you look bad or make you at fault or try to demean your character, that God's going to take care of it for you. Verse 6 says, "Many seek a ruler's favor, and everyone is a friend who gives gifts. All the brothers of a poor person hate him. How much more do his friends keep their distance from him? He may pursue them for words, but they are not there." Again, it's talking about, man, it's talking about money and power. You see what I'm saying? Many people seek the ruler's favor because the ruler has power. You see what I'm saying? Everyone will be down with someone that's always giving. You know what I'm saying? But if you ain't doing it, if you're poor and you're not living extravagantly, all right, you don't gotta be poor, but if you just ain't out there balling out of control and giving out stuff, man, folks ain't gonna want nothing to do with you. But sometimes, again, I believe that rejection is God's protection, and His elevation. So when people reject you, if you stand for the right thing, then you know that it's really God protecting you from them, for them using you and stealing your energy. It says verse 8, the one who acquires good sense loves himself. One who safeguards understanding finds success. All right, that's basically saying, man, what's the keys to the kingdom? What's the keys to success in life? It means having good sense and understanding, and that comes from the Word of God and understanding, looking at the world from God's ways. And if you do that, you'll have success. says in verse 9 that a false witness will not go unpunished, and one who utters lies perishes. I mean, verse 9 again is basically repeating what verse 5 said. So again, if people are lying on you, man, I mean, God is like, he's reiterating for you. Like, he letting you know again. Like, if you had any doubt in your mind that folks lying on you, they were going to get away with it. Like, he's getting that right out the picture. It says, verse 10, it says, luxury is not appropriate for a fool, but how much less for a slave to rule over princes. All right? So basically, you know, if you a fool, don't expect to live a luxurious life. While there's some people who, for a time, are fools and live a luxurious life, ultimately it'll be all taken away from them. Verse 11, it says, a person's insight gives him patience, and his virtue is overlook or offense. All right? Basically, man, virtue is basically, defined as beautiful adornment, glory. And then basically it says that when through insight a person gains patience, it gives him the ability to overlook somebody's sins. Like the other day, I was in the store, and basically being in the store, I was about to get mad at the person in the store because they did something stupid, but then I realized like they worked there. Like this, I was at like some 7-Eleven or something like that. It was a low level job with low level individuals. So when you start to have an understanding of things, of people, like instead of getting mad, like okay, this is. They can't do no better. I can't get mad at them for basically being who they are. If they could do better, they wouldn't be at that position. So I can't even get mad for a lack of customer service or whatever it is. All right. It says, verse 12, it says, a king's rage is like the roaring of a lion, but his favor is like dew on the grass. So basically talking about God. When they say kings, they're talking about God. It says, God's rage is like the roaring of a lion, and his favor is like dew on the grass. So you don't want to be under the wrath of God, but if he's for you, he'll be blessing you. Verse 13, it says, a foolish son is his father's ruin, and a wife's nagging is endless dripping. All right. Other translations say basically a nagging wife is like a ceiling that keeps on dripping. Ain't nothing worse to be with a nagging woman. Nothing worse than that. To end up marrying a woman who's gonna nag you and steal your energy and make your life a constant aggravation. All right, so choose the right woman and be smart. It says a house and wealth are inherited from the Lord, from fathers, but a prudent wife is from the Lord. So here's the other part: like you can choose all you want, and you can be stupid, or you can just wait for God to send you the right one. Because a prudent wife, a good wife, is a gift from God, and we have to realize that most of these females out, especially in the day that we live in, are foolish. They're Jezebel spirits. They're destructive. They will destroy your life. But instead of getting involved yourself with one of them, you need to find yourself a Proverbs 31 woman. All right. Verse 15 says, laziness induces sleep, and a lazy person will go hungry. Don't believe, they talk about feed the hungry and help the poor and all that stuff. And it's really not biblical. I mean, the Bible's clear. If you don't work, you ain't gonna eat. So if you want to sit around and let welfare and Uncle Tom take care of you, you're always going to be living a mediocre existence. You're going to only have the bare minimum, because it's clear that you got to work if you want to eat out here. It says, the one who keeps commands preserves himself. One who disregards his ways will die. Yeah, all right. So basically, you got God's. If you observe the commandments of God, you're ensuring yourself success not only in this life but eternal life to come. Verse 17, it says, kindness to the poor is a loan to the Lord, and he will give a reward to the lender. All right. So I know that may sound like I'm contradicting what I said and broke down in verse 15. But the poor and the lazy are two different people. See, poor people are people who are poor because out of a situation that they can't control. See what I'm saying? There's some people who get sick and become homeless and have no family to take care of them. There's people that go out to war and lose their limbs and end up stuck in the street. There's a lot of people who's poor for a reason that's not their fault. But there's plenty of people who are poor that is their fault, and they're in the lazy category. So you're supposed to give to those that can't help themselves, but you're not supposed to give to those that can help themselves. It says, verse 18, discipline your son while there is hope. Don't set your heart on being the cause of his death. All right. Hey, if you don't discipline your kids, they always say if you don't listen, if you don't get a kid disciplined, and they don't get them listening to you, they're gonna listen to a CO or a PO. All right. Verse 19, it says, a person with intense anger bears the penalty. If you rescue him, you'll have to do it again. All right. Man, basically, it says a person with a hot temper should be left to pay the consequences. It's the only way that he will learn. All right? You got to be able to control yourself. I myself have gotten myself in stupid situations. I couldn't control my temper. So I gotten better. I suffered some consequences of it. Doesn't mean that you sit around and let everybody get away with everything. There's a certain righteous anger, but you need to have it under control. All right? It says verse 20, listen to counsel and receive instruction so that you may be wise later in life. All right? You got to be willing to listen to people that know more than you. If you think you know everything, you're going to be in trouble in this life. All right? Verse 21, Verse 21, many plans are in a person's heart, but the Lord's decree will prevail. Man, you can make all the plans for your life that you want, all right? But whatever God's will is going to be, all right? So you got to be able to understand that, and that's how come you don't get yourself so caught up when things go differently than what you plan. Or something that you see as a roadblock really ain't no roadblock. It's just God redirecting you in the right direction. So it's all about changing your perspective. All right, it says verse 22, what is desirable in a person is his fidelity. Better to be a poor person than a liar. All right, it says the fear of the Lord leads to life, and one will sleep at night without danger. If you fear the Lord, there's certain things that you won't do. And by not doing those certain things, you'll live a life where you don't have to live in fear. You know what I'm saying? If you're robbing, stealing, selling drugs, doing all this stuff, yeah, you're going to be also constantly looking over your back. You know what I'm saying? But even when you do the right thing, even if people threaten you, it's not real, because you know that you did the right, you're living right, you stand for the right thing, and that God will protect you. Verse 24 says, a slacker buries his hand in a bowl. He doesn't even bring it back to his mouth. All right, basically it's talking about, it's just lazy people, man. People slackers, man. The Bible, you gotta work hard. If you don't work hard in this life, you don't expect for things to go your way. It's people that try to make you think that not working hard, or people have an entitlement. We live in an entitlement society, all right? But you're not really entitled to nothing. We're all given gifts that God's given each person, and we're supposed to find them and utilize them and to take care of our lives. And for those who do, they become great, and those who don't, stay mediocre. And that's what it comes down to. And I know that sounds harsh, but that's the reality of the situation. It says, verse 25, it says, strike a marker, and the inexperienced learn a lesson. Rebuke the discerning, and he gains knowledge. All right. So basically, man, sometimes people, it's all about knowledge. The book, it says, verse 26, the one who plunders his father and evicts his mother is a disgraceful and shameful son. Goes back to the command to honor your mother and father, all right? Because, basically it's saying, they get old, they're going to need you. So don't try to, if they got money saved up, trying to steal their retirement money. Don't, I've heard people putting their mamas out their house and doing all types of wild stuff, man. So it's just really about honoring and taking care of your parents in old age when they took care of you when you couldn't take care of yourself, all right? That's if your parents stand for the right thing, if your parents are moral and God-fearing. If your parents are evil and messed up, well, they're not having you there for them is a consequence of their own decisions in their own life, choosing to go against God. So it says, verse 27, you stop listening to correction, my son, you will stray from the words of knowledge. It says, so basically, man, you got to continually stay in the Word of God and get knowledge and understanding, and then not just, knowledge is knowing something, and then understanding is the application of it. So you got to read, get the truth out of here, and then make it in your life. Last two verses says, a worthless witness mocks justice, and a wicked mouth swallows inequity. Judgments are prepared for mockers, and beatings for the back of fools. All right, listen, there's gonna come a day real soon that all will be judged before God. Every knee shall bow, every tongue shall confess, and those who thought they can shake their fist at God and live with however they want, or no matter what level they did, they're gonna be held accountable. So it's my goal that anyone who is listening, who watched this video today, would not be part of that group. They would, even if you don't have a personal relationship with the Most High today, that you ask God to come in your life by accepting Christ, asking God to forgive you for your previous lifestyle, and then repenting, which is changing and no longer living that lifestyle, living according to the ways of God the Most High. If you need some help or you have any questions, my information will be in the description. Please hit the like button and please subscribe. God bless y'all. Hope this message helped y'all. Peace.